Hello everyone, welcome back. So just wanted to touch on a few things. So I want to talk about how the channel's going. So I've been looking at the stats, and it says that about 50% of the people watching these videos are subscribers, which I found was like really interesting compared to some channels where I know it's only a small channel, it's quite obscure at the moment on YouTube, but certain topics are getting picked up. I'm getting a lot more, I think they're called impressions, where people are seeing the videos. So obviously there's a couple I was looking at, and it's certain things like cycling the aquarium and feeding goldfish food. So I've rewatched them videos and I think my presentation etiquette isn't very good, and I'm flipping and swapping between topics. So I'd like to revisit them, and I'm not going to do it right away. I think I'll get more comfortable in front of the camera. See, I've done a master's in research rather than doing a science, and what I used to have to do every morning was a presentation of what I've been doing and in front of an audience, and I found that I used to get a kick out of it. Like, I really enjoyed presenting things and like findings from the day before, stuff like that. Anything I'd read that I found interesting, I'd be able to talk about. So that gave me the kick. You know, I uploaded the YouTube video and got some views from it. I thought I only made it for a couple of people, and a lot of people watched it. When I say a lot more than I was expecting, a lot more than the two I was expecting to watch it. So it gave me the drive to keep going, and that's why I've been making more and more videos, because I'm seeing that there's people watching these videos. So obviously I've been discussing the last few videos that I want to get my etiquette better. I'd like to get some better equipment. I want a tight budget at the moment, and I was looking at getting a camera, but for the price of it, my phone camera's better at the moment. So unless I'm looking at like a really expensive camera, which a lot of the cheap ones don't even have autofocus, so you wouldn't even be able to see the fish. So there's that. You know, I'd like to revisit them titles, and you know, when I get the chance to do better editing software and my presentation etiquette better, because things like the cycling, I'd like to talk through it properly. I've been like moderator on a lot of forums and stuff, and I find that when you're doing that, you spend a lot of time talking to new fish keepers about cycling the tank, and they say, well, I've got this issue, what is it? And it's blatantly the fact that the tank isn't cycled, but when you ask for the parameters, you know, it gets all defensive. But we've all been there, you know, I think it takes an experienced fish keeper to be able to say, yeah, that's on me. You know, you want to, I suppose what I'm trying to say is, you get defensive when you're new, because you feel like everyone's looking down on you in the hobby, and a lot of the traffic now is through forums, and I find it quite lonely. That's one of the reasons why I set up this channel. You know, obviously there's a lot of people who are interested in goldfish, probably keep goldfish, some probably keep more goldfish than me in bigger setups, and I'd be interested in hearing from you guys, anyone who's interested in goldfish and where they're at. You know, I didn't set this up because, you know, I'm not the textbook. I don't want to call myself a YouTuber, because I'm just a person uploading on YouTube. I'm not, you know, trying to drive a massive fan base at the moment. I just want to get in touch with other fish keepers, especially goldfish keepers, because I find it, you know, it's quite a lonely existence. I've joined a couple of societies, or whatever you like, groups, and there's only a few in the UK. Obviously I'm in the UK, and there's only a few, so you know, it's nice to use the internet to get to know other people. It bridges that gap of distance. Yeah, so I want to revisit them titles and make better quality videos as I progress, because especially like the goldfish feeding and the cycling, they're the two that stood out. Obviously there was breeding, but I'm not in a position to breed yet, because these are only, I think they're about 4-month-old fish, so these are growing out. That's why I'm keeping the room heated through the winter. It's over 10 degrees, so I can feed them. And that brings me on to something else I want to talk about. So I'd like to see, what I find is some of the YouTubers will refer to people as the fans. Now, when I'm watching a fish channel on YouTube, and I watch a lot of fish related content on YouTube, I'm not watching them because I want to see them. I'm more interested in their setup or their fish, so I'm not really a fan of them. I'm a fan of the hobby, and that's something, you know, if this channel grew, I'd bear that in mind. Like, you're not a fan of me per se, Well, I've never said that word before. I'm going all American. So yeah, I don't see you as I see you're a fan of the hobby. That's what I am, and I want to be part of a community. And another thing they say is stuff like, I get this for this and I like the special. I'm not, it's not that you're special. Like, any of you who've been in the aquarium hobby for a certain period of time know you build relationships with your local shop. If you go there for years and you spend, like, for me, like, I was given these the other day. I mean, I don't know whether you can see that. It's just some fish food, but the shop, it's goldfish food. I think it's a new brand, it's NT Labs Fancy Goldfish. I don't know how long it's been on the market, but my local shops just got them in to try them, and the first thing he did when I walked through the door was like, can you try these for me? And if you build up these relationships, these people who they make out the special and they're doing stuff in the hobby that they're not. I've been sent stuff in the post by companies, asked me to write a review for forums I've been on, and these forums are massive, so they're not special, and it bugs me the way they talk like they're better than the average hobbyist. They're not. If you've been in the hobby for a certain period of time, you get to know these things, and you build relationships with people, and they ask you to do things for them, especially if they value your opinion, obviously. So what I'm saying is, like, people get fish on YouTube and like, well, I can get these special fish. I'm not being funny, but I've wanted fish in the past, and the guy in my shop has invited me behind the counter, and I've made me a brew, and we've sat there for hours trawling through his lists of fish that he can get in, because I'm looking for this certain fish. If you've built that relationship up with these people, it doesn't matter who you are, you can do that. If these people are trying to run a business, and I've thought about setting up a fish store. It's only because I've got such a close relationship with my store. I'd hate the idea of being in competition with him, although I've got a slightly different idea. I'd like to do, if I did it, I'd like to do it a bit more online. So yeah, so build these relationships up with people. And another thing I picked up off a YouTuber, which I thought was fun, like, hit the nail on the head. Don't be that guy that goes in, or girl who goes in and wants something from them all the time. If they don't know you and you're trying to sell fish to them, but they've never seen you before, the chances are they're going to be a bit reluctant. But if you're in there and you buy fish off them, you start breeding them, or you're buying all the stuff, because I'm going in, I'm saying, I need this, I need that, I need that. He's aware that I've got fish and I didn't buy them from him, but I bought everything else I need off him, and he's aware of that. So as soon as I walked in, I got the fish food. Can you try this? He bent over backwards to help me set up this air system I've got. So build that relationship up. That's so important. If you're that new person going in, I want to do this one, you never got it, he's going to think, well, I don't know who you are, why should I help you out? You're not doing, you're not helping me progress my business. Always buy something, even if it's a £2 jar of fish food, or something like something for your air system or your filter. I always make a habit. So psychologically, if you like, every time he talks to you, you're buying something off him. Money's going in his till, it's his business. Obviously he's passionate about fish, but he's also passionate about paying his bills. So build that relationship up, because relationships are two-way streets, as we all know in life. So yeah, that's really important. Like, people aren't special when they're getting these offers. They've just built up relationships with people. God, this video's going on. Moving forward, I've been thinking, maybe, I don't know whether you can see the bottom. So we've got the Aranda in here and the Ranchu at the moment. So I'm thinking about moving the Ranchu down to the bottom tank, and I don't know whether to set up the other tank onto the right wall, the small tank, put the plants in it, or just go for broke and get the plants in with the fish, all of them. So I'm thinking of moving the Ranchu down, because that tank's small and there's a few less Ranchu, and maybe escaping this tank. It wouldn't be the end of the world if I took this down, popped all the fish in the bottom one, took this down, painted the back. I'm thinking about painting the back black, and then having a black substrate down the bottom, and putting some sand. I've got some silver sand that I've used, in the bottom tank, just so they look a bit more visually appealing, because I'm recording all these and it looks like a fish house. It is a fish house. It looks like a breeding setup. It is a breeding setup, but I'm also, you know, it dawns on me that I'm recording videos, so I want something that looks appealing to me and looks appealing to you guys. So get in the comment section, guys. I know all people like, you know, the YouTube algorithm likes to say like, comment and subscribe, but I'd like, you know, as I said before, I'm seeing a lot of subs coming back watching the videos. So get in the comment section and tell me what you think, and let me know what you're up to. I'd like to, you know, have that interaction with these people who are here. I'd like to know what you're up to and stuff. So let me know in the comments, guys. Take care. That's the end of this video. Bye.